Good morning or good afternoon, viewers. Triple Concept here, and today we're going to be revisiting F1 2014 Circuit De Criscelda. So, we're going to be finding some cars because we are the F1 teams. Because where is the F1 teams that I'm going to be choosing? The Williams or the Force India and Red Bull Chinese thingy, or the Ferrari or Mercedes as well. And if we're gonna be choosing some vehicles, and the front one was actually drift cars, just like the Ford Mustang, which means is the Shelby Cobra, and it looks like the Shelby GT500, and it must be the Lexus drift car, and exactly as well as Lexus, and it was the insane luxury concept supercar, and we just got a bunch of F1 teams. We got the 2014 Force India, the Toyota Prius, and the Honda Accord as well, because I really know it was actually Honda Civic. Another Force India as well, the Ferrari, La Ferrari, and there are no F1 teams such as Ferrari, and there was the pit stop as well, the Chevy Suburban, and it looks like a Chevy hatchback. And looks like we got a Chevy Camaro Z28. We just have even a Lotus. We got a McLaren, another McLaren as well. And we got the world's fastest F1 car on the 50s since in 2015, because this F1 car is actually most fastest. The 2013 cars, just like the Force India, there's nothing there. And there was the 2014 Williams, exactly the FW36. The FW37 was the most fastest. And we got the Sauber F1 team from 2013. And we got Toro Rosso just right over there because they look ugly. And we got something because we there have that I really don't know it is, because there is Marussia. And it turns out it looks like the 2017 regulations. And we just got ourselves our Caterham. And finally, the safety car as well. So, if we're gonna do some lap times, we're going to be choosing not the most ugly one because of 2014 cars as well. At least we're gonna be using a Williams right over there. So, we're gonna be starting off with our first lap times. So if I'm going to be doing something like there, and I just went going by stuck here because I just crashed. In Circuit De Criscelda, there are more natures like this, even the deserts like this, while during on the lap time. And because of lap times, because this is the out lap before lap times as well. So if we're going to be continuing for this video, so I'm going to be starting off with something like else. This track looks like the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix because of the hybrid era was not more cooler than I ever thought. It was the ugliest season because not much, and it looked like terrible or something because last two corners to go is more harder and more impossible to do so. And this difficulty was actually medium, so we're going to be starting for some lap times, and I'm not going to turn because I'm actually going to spin out. So the first turn is actually not bad, and looks like we're heading towards to this kind of corner, so I'm not going to turn while I'm letting go of the throttle when top speed as well. And I'm not going to be spinning out until we lose some parts. And I just feeling so well, and I just cut the corner because I just pretty failed some lap times. And we're gonna be entering some woods, and I just spin out of that. I literally lose a spoiler because I just having a biggest mistakes on this lap because the lap is inviolated, and this sounds like a violation of this lap times because we're going to be returning this Williams back in the pits because this looks like Abu Dhabi or something because it is about time. This wasn't a actual race, and this is not in only lap times as well because I just already got in many mistakes, and this is so very impossible, and this is so stressful that I'm going to be lapping sometimes, and I just fell out of the map and well, I failed some lap times and just going back into the pits. I replaced the first one because then I'm using another Williams because everything should be impossible and more hard ways to do, so I cannot able to do some lap times because I lost the spoiler wing again. The rear wing is actually gone, but I'm going to do this without the rear wing. We're trying to make a good lap because we're starting for a first lap because this lap was invalidated, and even though because without the rear wing, because I'm doing myself for my just a bit now because I just really lost my tire wing just right there in the second corner, and because of that, because I need to really just to slow down because of speeding, because I didn't actually be careful at this moment because I just have bad luck for 10 years, because I'm sorry for about that, because I'm just very terrible about this. So I'm going to slow down with my Formula 1 car, make sure I'm not able to cut some corners. And looks like this F1 car is about to make themselves a good lap, and I'm just trying to make a good time. And we're back in this whole mainland, and we're not about to spin, and I just lose some front wing. Now we're going for chicane, and we just spawn out for this whole situation out there because I think I'm really able to do so, and I just made a credible mistake, and I just smashed right there in the tire board. So this lap was really invalidated, and we just got two more corners to go, and we just move on to the next lap because I just almost cut the corner as well because 6 seconds penalty, and we just do the final corner. The final corner was actually the hardest, and we just didn't complete a lap for just now. Since we're back in the pits and looks like the F1 cars are tear down with some terrible chaos, and looks like this is the same thing because I just actually do the same, and there is more behind those garages because there is a special one exactly as the Game Pass, and we got more McLarens right over there, and we got ourselves another McLaren right there because not much, and up here, and there was the podium up here, and the outside of the track, just the outer side of this track limit, was actually this, a full ton of F1 cars, and some building stuffs are under development. So everything should not able to go under development as well, so everything should run fine, and but well, and I'm going to be resetting the server because actually I'm just going to die here. Looks like I'm going to be using the McLaren. Now I'm in a new server because it's almost impossible to drive like that. And looks like the F1 cars are almost literally impossible to go turn. Exactly what Mercedes or William does. And looks like the F1 cars goes unstuck by. And it looks like we're going to be completing some lap times until it's very impossible to do so because I'm really trying hard because no matter what, I'm putting himself back in the pits because this car was actually not quite a bit for so much. And looks like I'm going to be despawning because this is not actually under development, so I'm just going to leave here. So if we're trying to drive some F1 cars because this car was still moving and I don't know why. So we're going to be finding another team. I'm going to drive before I can end this video. I'm using the Sauber F1 car because it tried to take some damage, by the way. And this car should make 8 same lap times because this lap time is not just worth it because I just spawned out, by the way. So if we're going to be completing some lap times with the Sauber F1 car, just let me know here, because I just completely keep on spawning these cars out. We just almost lose our front wing, so let's go with this, shall we? So first turn and first corner, and this is going to be very hard. The second corner is right over there. The third corner, will be in the spec spot, and it's gonna be something very interesting, and it's something very exclusively turn 4 and turn 5 and turn 6. And when you think that sun is going to down and so on, it's gonna be very much quick. And there is a frustrating turn because I might able to lose a tire or the rear wing because the front wing is about to get destroyed, and exactly as well entering the desert and turning itself and cutting the corner in the desert because I don't know why, because I have invalid lap. And back on the high speed chase to 150 kilometers an hour, and looks like we got this breaking point, looks like Abu Dhabi, and it was actually the reverse thing that I ever saw, the too much chicane. And we got a couple more turns to go. Looks like we almost lose our front wing, and because I just try to do this because I don't know why, I actually going to be something weird. And this is how it's gonna be much quietly something worse because I'm just tearing up with you and it's just almost making itself a big damage. So this is very hard, and I don't know why that I couldn't shoot this. And this is going to be a front straight, and the last finish was actually this. Well, that's it for this video, and I make sure I'm going to give a good review as well because, well, this is a good plans as well because riding these cars and F1 cars as well, because I really know whatsoever because I just wanted to drive a lot of vehicles with damaged stuff, and because of this and exactly as well. So anyways, I'm about to end this video right now, so thank you for watching and for all your support, which will be Turbo Concept will be signing off, and I'll talk to you guys even later.